Welcome to Hope and Purpose channel. My name is Karleen Gray. I want to use this testimony to glorify Jesus Christ. I love the NLT translation for John 10:10. It says, "The thief's purpose is to steal and kill and destroy. My purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life." And I want to share a personal testimony just to encourage someone that God is a God of restoration. The enemy tried twice to rob me of my education when I was 15 and when I was 27. And I didn't understand it. When you are not a Christian living for God, there's a lot of things that we do not understand. And I thought it was just life, things happen. But the enemy had a plan for my life. He did not want me to fulfill my God-given assignment. He didn't. So he tried to steal my education. But I thank God that God is a God of restoration. And I always had a desire to go to college. And when I was in my late 20s, I started college, but I didn't finish. I started 4 classes. And 19 years after, at the age of 45, I remembered I went to the college to register. And I remember I said to God, God, I just don't want to go and get an education. I really want it to be your will. And I remember clearly the Lord spoke to me. And he said, the enemy has robbed you of your education twice. Don't let him do it again. And I thank God for those words because I made up in my mind that when I look back in my past, I could see the end of the enemy, that he tried to rob me of my education twice. And I thank God that God gave me that word just to comfort me and to let me know this is your moment, this is your time, this is the time for restoration. You can do it. And as I said, at age 45, I started college and I got my associate in 3.5 years. And I thank God for that. I took a semester off and then I started my bachelor's and I graduated. And then I went right into getting my master's in clinical mental health. And I just want to say to someone that the enemy knows that you have potential. The enemy knows that God has a plan for your life. He will do anything to stop you from fulfilling your purpose. Remember Joseph in the Bible? He knew that Joseph had potential, but he used Joseph's own family member to try to stop his destiny. And he tried again with Potiphar's wife. The enemy will not stop. He will not stop. And if you look back in your past, you can see, you may not understand why this person came against you, why this happened, why you couldn't fulfill your God-given assignment, why you couldn't finish your education, why you couldn't purchase this home, why you didn't get this career. And if you look back, you can see how the enemy sets up people in your path and try to stop you from getting what God has for you. So I just want to encourage you that, and I know as children of God, once we give our life to God, there's a lot of things that the enemy has stole from us, a lot. And it is our God-given right to go back in the enemy's camp and get back everything that the enemy has stolen. And a lot of times as Christians, we come in the church, we give our life to God, and we never go back and take back everything that the enemy stole from us. But it is your right. It is your right. Don't let him steal your joy. Don't let him steal your peace. Don't let him steal your family. Don't let him steal your career. Don't let him steal your education. Say, today is the day that I am going to go back in that enemy's camp and I'm taking back everything that he stole from me. And I want to say, and I thank God that at age 53, I graduated with a master's in clinical mental health. The enemy wanted to stop me, but I thank God that I serve a God who is a God of restoration. So I just want to encourage you, if it's your education and you're thinking, oh, I'm too old, I can't go back to school, it's so hard for me to think, don't even worry about that part. Once you step out in faith, God will give you favor with your professors. He will give you favor with your classmates. I have seen the hand of God ever since I started my academic journey. I've seen teachers said to the class that I do not give extra credit. I remember this particular class, the professor was like, I do not give extra credits. I have 3 assignments and that's it for the class. And would you believe my first quiz, I got a D. That class was so hard. My second quiz, I got another D. And I was like, so remember, there's only 3 exams, right? And I said, God, what am I going to do? The next thing I know, the professor came in class and he was like, you know what, class? I am going to give you an assignment and that's going to be extra credit. And I just thank God because I knew God did that. Then he told us that there's this particular teacher that we can go to get help. The teacher usually know that there's, I think he has like 5 different exam that he will give, and he's going to give one of those exams. So I went and I got tutor, and so I left that class with a B. So God will favor you. I've seen times when I did not study for a quiz, and I walked in class and the teacher said, you know what, we're going to do this quiz in another 2 weeks. Who could that be? I'm telling you, that is God. I've watched one time I got an F. Yes. And I just watched God be my judge. He was my lawyer. He was my advocate. And God turned that F into a B. So don't say that you can't, because as long as you step out in faith and you believe God and you trust God, God will do it for you. God will help you. He will give you wisdom. He will give you knowledge. He will give you understanding. I have been in a statistic exam, and it was 12 questions. And I looked at the questions and I just knew too. And the Lord said to me, he said, you did not pray. And I usually pray before my exams, and I was chit-chatting with my friend. I said, oh God, forgive me. So I said my prayer, and after that, I'm telling you, the Holy Ghost gave me all the answers. And I walked out of that exam with an A. So, and I have so many exams that I've done. I see, God just showed me the answer. He'll tell me what to study. I've gotten so much favor, and I know it was God. He was with me. So God will be with you. Do not say you're too old. Don't say that. Just step out in faith and do it, because God is going to be with you. He's going to help you. He's going to strengthen you. You will be in your dream and you will see questions. I've seen that. I have dreamt questions and answers, and when I go to do the exam, it's the same thing that I saw in my dream. Sometimes before quiz, I just have a desire to study a certain chapter, and I walked in, it's the exact thing that's on the exam. So I just want to encourage you. The devil, he does want to stop your destiny. He does want to stop it. But God, just go for it. Do it. When I graduated with my associate. I graduated with summa cum laude. When I got my bachelor's, I graduated with cum laude. When I got my master's, I graduated again with summa cum laude, even though our school didn't recognize it. And I know it wasn't that I was smart. It was just that I believe that the enemy had robbed me, and I believe God said, you know what, when I do this, I'm going to show up and I'm going to show off in your life. And this is just to glorify God and just to encourage someone. Don't let your age be an hindrance. Don't let nothing stop the finance. Don't even worry about money, because who is your daddy? If you're a child of God, who is your daddy? Your daddy is Jesus Christ. He owns everything. So be encouraged from this testimony. God is a God of restoration. He will restore everything that the enemy stole from you. You just have to step out in faith. You have to trust him. You have to believe him, and he will do it. He will make ways for you when there seems as if there's no way. When an assignment looks like, oh, it looks so foreign, God will just give you the knowledge and the wisdom to do it. So I pray that this testimony was a blessing to you. Go for it. Recover everything that the enemy stole. Just like the story with David, when he said, I am going to go, David went and he recovered all. Everything that the enemy stole, he recovered all. So go, my brother, go, my sister, go and recover all. Recover everything that the enemy stole from you, and don't let him steal anything else from you. I pray that this testimony was a blessing to you. God bless you. If you were blessed from this testimony, please subscribe, share, like, and I will be sharing future testimony to glorify Jesus Christ. Be blessed.